If you're not getting any or enough streams on your songs on Spotify or Apple Music or even YouTube, by the end of this video, I'm going to give you some very tactical strategies to increase your streams. These are the same strategies I use to get tens of thousands of streams in a day and sometimes 100,000 streams within 7 days. So let's jump into it. So the first place you want to start is in your distributor. And I personally use DistroKid. And so I have this song called Down to Business that I've scheduled to come out August 9th. As you can see here, it is July 24th. I uploaded this in June, so I was way ahead of the game. I like to give myself a lot of time in scheduling. And then once your song is scheduled, within 24 to 48 hours, it will show up in your Spotify artist dashboard. See where I'm logged in here, artist.spotify.com. And you can see upcoming releases. Well, what's really dope is Spotify now has a pre-release checklist. So if you want more streams and just more money and royalties and the whole thing, then start here. Okay, and then we're going to jump into some other tactical stuff as well. But the first thing that you do is you got to pitch your music. Okay, you got to pitch your songs to the Spotify curators. And I'm going to show you my pitch here. If I click on these three dots, it should say View Playlist Pitch. And so this is where I go through the song. They ask you questions like, what's your hometown? What genre is the song? This one happens to be a hip-hop rap song. Any music culture. Sometimes it'll ask if I'm Christian or other religious significance. Normally I just leave that blank unless it is more of a Christian-leaning song because I am a Christian. And then, of course, moods. Is it energetic? Is it happy? Is it fierce? Is it angry? It asks you for song styles. The ones that they suggested didn't fit. I think they're like asking if it was like Christmas or traditional or whatever. So it didn't fit. And I never try to force anything. Okay, never try to force anything in a Spotify pitch, okay? And then the instruments that are in the song. Is it a cover? No. Is it a remix? No. What kind of recording is it? Is it studio or is it live? Well, we recorded this one in the studio. It wasn't live at a show. And is it an instrumental? No. What language is the song in? It is in English. Okay, you'd be surprised how big the Spanish market, the German market, and French market, other languages are huge, of course, right? K-pop, you name it. And then, of course, the description. What do you say to them? Well, for me, I said bringing back the early 2000s hip-hop with some Eminem vibes. This one is so catchy. I think the kids and even adults are going to be singing this one. From the dance floor to the workout gym, appreciate your support on this one, Spotify team. Now, sometimes I'll do some other things and suggest what playlists it could be in, and I do more and suggest more. But at the end of the day, I just try to keep it short, make them laugh, and always thank them for their support because they get thousands and thousands of these, okay? And this is sometimes the lottery, and sometimes you get some, and sometimes you don't, right? Like our last few songs, this most recent one, where is it, releases? Battleground, this one didn't get any editorial playlists, but it got algorithmic. The Release Radar got it like 27,000 streams in just 4 days. And then it got my This Is Manifest, and it got a bunch of indie playlists, right? But this one didn't get any editorial playlists, which was honestly shocking. And then we had this song, I think Demons. It came out maybe a month or so ago. I think this one got, if we go full time, this one got All New Gospel, and I think that's it as far as editorial. So sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. But you always, always pitch, because the most important part is if you don't pitch, it won't trigger the Release Radar, which, as you can see here, the Release Radar, in just 4 days, the song came out July 19th. So yeah, 5 days ago, 27,000 streams because of the Release Radar. So you want to make sure you pitch it, whether you got no fans or not. The next thing is scheduling your marquee. Make your release unmissable with a full screen announcement marquee. So it's like a campaign. Now, I think you need to have a fan base for that. So this is more of a retargeting campaign. There's also a showcase. So this is where you can actually target other fans' music when you do a showcase. Like if I create showcase, and let's just say Down to Business. I click next. It's for Manifest. Click next. What country do I want to target? I'm going to go United States. And when do I want to run this? Well, when the song comes out, so that's what they got scheduled. And then audience targeting. So again, I think this is potential listeners who aren't currently in your total audience based on their listening habits, but may stream your promoted release. So if you don't have any fans, like if you don't have, super listeners, moderate listeners, light listeners, like if you just have like barely any fan base, then you're probably going to want to go for listeners who only streamed or you're probably going to want potential fan base then. Listeners who aren't currently in your total audience based on their listening habits, they may stream your promoted release. So you'd want to go for cold. And you have to check this to see if it shows up. It might not even show up as your options inside of Spotify yet, because it just might not be active for you because you might not have hit the thresholds. Okay, and if you haven't, that's okay. Okay, so let's come back here. Discovery mode. Definitely want to sign up for this and include your songs. Your song has to be out for 30 days, but this helps Spotify share your song. I will click on campaigns. I'll click on discovery mode. And if I look at my last campaign in July, let's take a look at, it says, look, audience growth, 14,633 listeners. 2,000 of them were brand new. The number of listeners who hadn't streamed your music anywhere on Spotify in the last 2 years. So because of discovery mode, they got me 2,000 new listeners. Okay, that's huge, right? And if I see the lift that it gives my song, like this song got 1,000% lift. This one got 500% lift. This one, 500%. Some lower, some higher. Okay, and I opt in all my songs to discovery mode. So you want to make sure you do that. And then the last one is the Spotify Canvas. Okay, and that's the 3 to 8 second video. So if I click on there, then I click on manage. So it says Canvas. And then I click add. And then it says, look, 3 to 8 seconds, MP4 only. And you just put a video of you in there. So I'll show you what we did for this collaboration with this, the last one we did with this artist here. So there's 3 of us on this song. If I click manage, they just did this video. Had me, had Sam, and had Unsecret. Okay, so that's how we did that, and that was the canvas. Sometimes you can put yourself performing. Let's see if I can grab one here for learning how to be human. Let's look at this canvas. Put the music video in that one. These aren't just videos, okay? If you've ever taken my Spotify challenge, you get a massive lift by having a canvas. It gets shared more, it gets liked more, you get more saves. It just gets so many. The overall lift is a 380% lift in streams potential just by having this 3 to 8 second video. So don't skimp on this. I make sure we have a canvas on all of them, and it doesn't have to be. This just happens to be the music video. But it doesn't have to be the music video. It can be anything. You perform it. It could just be something cool, something just dope, cool footage. Put whatever you got. Just something is better than nothing. So that was Spotify's checklist. Now I'm going to give you my checklist and go through some other strategies to get your streams up. In this book, there's a pre-launch checklist and then there's a post-launch. So what do you do before the song is out and what do you do after the song is out? So one of the biggest things you can do before the song is out is do features. Get a featured artist on the song. On the last song I released, we had 2 features. So there's 3 of us. We all pitched it to Spotify. We all posted it on our social media, on YouTube, and talked about the song, right? All of our teams were behind it. And I can't tell you what a massive lift that does. Just by sharing some of the publishing. Maybe you're sharing some of the master, or maybe you're paying, right, for the feature, especially if they're a bigger artist than you. That is so much better than all the other things I'm going to share with you, okay? But if you don't have a feature, that's okay. And it takes a little bit more time to set up, but man, collaborate with people because you're attached to their business now for life. And what if they blow up? I shared the story about how I did some shows with NF and we're going to do a song together. I sent him one song. I didn't send him another one. And then he freaking blew up, right? And so you never know what someone's going to do with their career. And if you had collaborations with them, well, guess what? Then you can use that in your marketing later on. So here's an example. Maybe what if I did a song with NF years ago and maybe it did good, maybe it didn't do so good. Do you think if I ran an ad to promote my songs to a playlist and it had NF in it, or it had insert whatever famous artist in your genre in it, Okay, could be anyone, could be Skillet, could be, who knows who it could be, right? But do you think that would help your marketing, right? So that leads me to the second one. We like to do pre-save campaigns can help, right? Especially when you got no fans. Pre-save campaigns are gonna help because you got nothing. So you're running that ad with the video and you actually want to give away the song for free. So pre-save this song, I'll give it to you now, plus a whole bunch of other ones. But you're thinking, oh, won't that hurt my release when it comes out? Nobody knows you exist. Nobody knows you exist or I exist, right? Like, it's so funny. It's going to ruin it. Like, you're going to leak the song. Nobody knows who you or I are. And even like, I look at like Eminem or anyone, like this whole leaking thing. Yeah, it could be bigger for them. But for us, who nobody knows our music, it's like we want it leaked. We need more people. We need that buzz. We want it to be leaked, especially if it's dope. Like, yo, check this song. I got it, and it's amazing. Like, that's how good our songs need to be. They need to be so dope and so good that people would want to leak them and want to share them, right? And so that leads me when you're running the ad, you want to have multiple different ads at different spots of the song. Maybe the most catchy part is the first verse. Maybe it's halfway through the first verse. Maybe it's the bridge. Maybe it's the chorus. Maybe it's the second verse, right? But grab the most catchiest part with the most grabbing, like, stop scroll area of the ad, right? So that you can get people's attention and get them over to your Spotify playlist or over to your pre-save, right? And you can do this after the song's out for the pre-saves. You can do it post-launch. Give away a bunch of songs. And I would give away everything you got. Give away the instrumental, give away the remix, give away the acoustic, give away whatever you can to make it sexier. Sure, one song is cool, but you're giving me 5, you're giving me 10, and it doesn't cost you anymore else. It's digital. Your end goal with this is just to get more streams and to get known, right? And is your ROI going to be positive at the beginning on this? No. This is marketing, man. The best ROI I have ever seen, though, is on the features. It's on the features. Now, if you don't want to run ads, you don't want to do collaborations, right? After, of course, you've done all the Spotify stuff, because most of that was free except for some of the showcases and stuff. But the canvas was free. The Spotify canvas is free. Pitching it was free. And discovery mode was free. Sure, they take a commission, but hey, I'll let them take a commission. There's nothing out of my pocket at the beginning, and they're going to market my songs. So the last thing is organic content. And I know posting organic content on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, like we've had certain videos go viral, like get millions of views or hundreds of thousands on YouTube. Haven't hit it on TikTok yet. We've had hundreds of thousands on Instagram Reels. But where we've had millions is when other people created content, which is wild. But I've got to create content and you've got to create content and we've got to market for somebody to find it to create that video. So you're doing all this work and maybe you're not seeing it. You're posting and posting and posting, right? And maybe it's not moving, but then one person else posts and it's just like, whew. So, you don't understand that maybe the work that you're doing, you might not think it's not working, but in the background it is. And you miss every shot you don't take. And, I am not a master at content yet, but I'm learning, I'm growing. Some posts are doing better than others, but I know doing something is better than nothing, and action fuels success. And what do you think we do with our best performing Instagram Reels, best performing TikToks, and best performing YouTube Shorts? What do we do with those? We take those and we run those as ads. Because I never want to be guessing. I don't want to be guessing. And what do you think I'll upload as a Spotify clip or a Spotify canvas? I'll probably take a piece of one of my best performing organic posts. So these are the different things. If you do these, and the more you do, the more chances of your streams growing. The less you do, the less chance of your streams growing. But take action, because action fuels success. I'll put a link down for the book if that's helpful. But anyways, hope that helped, and I look forward to hearing your success. Like, post below. Which one are you going to do? Which two are you doing? Or which ones have you done? Let me know what has worked and what hasn't, right? There's dozens more you can do, but we're going to cut the video here.